Growing up, I always wanted to be famous, and I also knew that the only way for me to get there was to become successful in one out of the three of my dream careers and passions. Well, one of these dreams has since faded out. I always wanted to be a supermodel, strutting the catwalks in Paris, London, Italy, strutting through all the fashion week events. Now, with my dream of becoming a supermodel, I also knew that there were requirements and qualifications to meet in order to be accepted into a modeling academy. The physical features such as height and body dimensions were such a fundamental requirement, and knowing myself, I knew that I was struggling with that. But at some point, of course, I had to let go of that dream because despite the fact that I had the height, my body was not behaving, and guys, I just had to let go. But before that dream completely died, I was able to participate in a few modeling events here and there, all the way from high school to the county levels, and I managed to score and win a few categories, and yeah, unfortunately, I had to let go. And my second dream and passion is that of my professional career, which I'm not really going to talk about here, since I'm yet to accomplish certain milestones that I really want to achieve. Yeah. So with that, we're gonna maybe talk about them later on in this channel so that I can be able to actually give a complete account. Yeah. And now for my third dream, which is actually related to what I am now doing here on YouTube, I really wanted to be a famous actress.
What do you want, Shanae?
Oh my goodness. If it isn't Little Miss Attitude, why are you always over here?
Now, the passion was to become an actress, but the dream was to become a famous actress. Now, the first mistake I made while starting out on my journey, pursuing an acting career, was actually to enroll in an open audition in front of one of the meanest judges in Kenya. I mean, if you live in East of Africa, you've probably heard of the famous Jajian. And just in case you're not familiar with Jajian, he is famous for being at the panel of judges at the Tusker Project Fame competitions.
Because many people look at me and all they see is Judge Ian, that harsh person who never smiles. He has no friends. He has no family. All he does is criticize.
Which have always happened in Kenya. And guys, Jajian is like the Simon Cowell of Kenya. His character on the panel of judges has always been on a little bit on the mean side, a little bit on the strict side, and sometimes it just comes off as straight up mean. Yeah.
But I am misunderstood. I really am a nice guy. It was during...
And I know that some of you have already auditioned in front of Jajian, and you'll agree with me that his strictness sometimes comes off as being mean, being a bully. But, I totally understand that that is his role on the panel of judges. There's always the strict one, and then there's always the soft one, and then there's always the one who is neutral. So anyway, let me just conclude that bit and say that I went, I saw, and I got conquered. Because the type of open auditions I was expecting was not what I found on ground, and it was actually so embarrassing. I ended up quitting on the spot. Like, I never ever pursued anything to do with acting anymore, even though it was something that was so,
That was just okay, and okay right now is mediocre.
Okay, Edu, what do you think?
I think it's new. Ian, this is new to you.
Maybe I'm gonna give a story of what actually happened one of these days, and yeah, be the judge. But for now, let's proceed with how YouTube actually changed my life. So my YouTube channel is 2.5 years old. I started my YouTube channel in November of 2021. Now this is my second YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel was a mess, total mess. My first videos posted on that channel was a mess. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to post. I didn't know how to shoot angles. I didn't know how to set the camera. It was a total mess. And I abandoned it after about a month. It only had about 13 subscribers and only one video, so it was easier to abandon and start a new one. Then that's when I started my second YouTube channel, which is now this one, on November of 2021. Now, at least my first videos on this channel were much better, way better than the first one. I had already done some research, did the homework on how to shoot and edit videos and stuff like that. They were not perfect, but they were much better than the first video I ever made. And in fact, later on, I had to go back and do some editing. I really edited to make them at least look presentable, because now guys, my journey on YouTube was not easy, but I finally managed to get monetized. I got monetized after about 1 year, 2 months. And as we all know, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you have to have 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers within a span of 365 days. So once these 365 days lapse, they start deducting the first watch hours. So that means that the first day you posted on YouTube, the first watch hours you got are gonna be deducted so that they can count this as the last 365 days. So these will go on because all they need from you is to achieve the 4,000 watch hours within the 365 days. As for the subscribers, it doesn't really matter. You can always achieve the 1,000 subscribers even after 365 days. It doesn't matter. I hope I'm clear on that. As for me, I didn't manage to achieve the 4,000 watch hours within the 365 days, but thankfully I had already gotten 3,200 watch hours, meaning I only needed about 800 watch hours to get to the total 4,000. And as for the subscribers, I had about 850 thereabouts, so I needed 150 something more to get to the 1,000 subscriber requirement. And I was able to achieve that within like the next 2 or 3 months. I employed a bunch of strategies that really worked for me. And eventually I got monetized and I started earning on YouTube. Yeah guys, so my small YouTube channel has been accumulating revenue. I have since received my first YouTube paycheck. Wow! It may not be much, but it is something. So now let's get into how YouTube has really changed my life. First of all, YouTube has given me an opportunity to nurture and improve the best version of myself, something my elusive modeling and acting careers should have given me. But a win is a win. Now, before starting off on YouTube, the imposter syndrome in me was running the show. But ever since I decided to put my life out there, the biggest question I ask myself, what if I don't take this chance? Lately, I just feel like I'm discovering myself and I feel like I'm a whole new person. I just love the way nowadays the biggest question is, what if I don't take that chance? The fear of missing out is taking over and I'm loving it. Secondly, I've also realized that I'm not perfect and I don't have to be perfect to be the person I want to be. I mean, it's either you take it or leave it. Take me as I am or be on your way, because I'm not perfect and nobody walking on this earth is perfect. At least now, I'm able to take on environments I find myself in instead of running as I used to. I'm able to keep moving, keep going. So now let's talk about how before YouTube, I used to find the camera so intimidating. I never used to be the person who would take photos. I never used to be the person who would like even do TikTok videos because I always found the camera so intimidating. So naturally, the day I picked a camera and started recording myself for my YouTube videos is the day I started gaining my confidence and self-esteem. And it's trickling in very well. I am quite sure I am not where I was 2 years ago. I have seen growth in my well-being, my mental state. From here, I have definitely grown. I mean, I used to be the type of person who would give like a one-word answer to a conversation question. But nowadays, I definitely do enjoy conversations. I enjoy being in crowded spaces, just being social, trying to be a social butterfly that, guys, I'm doing it. I have seen growth. And thanks to YouTube, thanks to the day I picked up the camera and started filming myself. Now, something else, I have become better at time management, and this is something that will happen to you naturally when you are on YouTube, because now, for instance, YouTube is not my main source of income. I have a main hustle that sustains my life, and consequently I have had to learn how to become a slave of the two masters. I have had to learn new ways of prioritizing, multitasking, and also do it without getting burnt out, and at the same time also have time for social networking. And yeah, so it's a whole package. Yeah. Now, something else that YouTube has done for me, I have actually found new levels of humility and patience from within myself. There is no instant gratification from YouTube, and for that matter, you have to exercise high levels of patience. You just have to. There is no way around it. You have to be humble and patient when it comes to YouTube. There is no choice. So now let's talk about you guys. I feel like I'm slowly building a community of people who are, besides my friends and family, people who I've never met before. And let me tell you something, growth in YouTube is not easy. So every time I see +1 subscriber, every time I see a comment from somebody I have never met before, that is a constant reassurance that my dreams are slowly coming into a reality. And it makes me so happy. Now, last but not least, YouTube has created an employment opportunity through the YouTube Partnership Program, and I can now earn income from my YouTube channel. I mean, I know that it's not much at the moment, but by the type of growth I am seeing and foreseeing in the near future, I know that the income is also going to increase. So who knows, maybe I may decide to make YouTube my primary source of income. Well, I have made it this far and it's only up from here. I'm not going to stop dreaming until I am famous for just being me. If you're someone out there, you have been second guessing your abilities to start and run a YouTube channel. I mean, it may not even be just about YouTube. It could be anything. I hope that you are finding inspiration to just start. All you have to do is start and the rest will fall into place. It may take days, it may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years, but eventually you'll get there. I hope you feel encouraged, and I'm just gonna end this video today by asking you a question. What if you do? So see you guys in the next one. Bye.